This isn't exactly where I wanted to be as soon as I saw you. I want to say I love this angle, but that shirt is ridiculous. Despite what's on the screen, this music is surprisingly cheerful. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir du Vide. This is a game called My Sweet Housemate. Why do I hope that I am not the one who will be sweet? But before I get started, if you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing, because we're trying to make it to 100,000 subscribers so that I can get the big shiny. This is so cute. Ooh. Cute. Cute. Inhouse.com listings search. Ooh. Neat. Cute. Alright, room. 550 a month? That's not bad. Single room, shared kitchen, shared bathroom, no deposit. One room in an apartment at 318 Williamson Avenue. No deposit, 1 year minimum tenancy. Sure, why not? What could possibly go wrong? Voice? Cute! Kaito? Hold on. Was that Kaito? That was Kaito. That kind of sounds like Len. That sounds like Ren. Is that Ren? That's actually a really good idea. I am espoir. It means hope in French. As in, I hope I'm gonna submit this application and it's not gonna get me eaten. You tiredly wait for the application to go through before you shut your old laptop with a sigh. This ancient thing that has clearly seen better days somehow already managed to start hyperventilating after you opened just a couple of tabs. Aw, I used to have a computer that old. Her name was Linda. You promptly put it in your backpack as you lean back in your seat. You can't help but let out a sour chuckle. Anyone else would probably find this old, worn-down diner seat extremely uncomfortable, but you don't have that luxury of complaining. In fact, it might be the softest thing you sat on in a week. Aww. Unaware of your own actions, you start anxiously fidgeting with your phone, silently praying to all the possible gods out there that your application will be approved. 9, 10. At this point, you've been homeless for 11 months, nearly a year. Oh. After saving all the money you could for several months, you finally were able to save enough to rent an apartment. Or at least that's what you thought. In 11 months of your homelessness, the housing prices only went up, making it particularly impossible for you to find anything affordable at this point. You frantically searched every housing website, hoping to at least get some crappy old room, but nothing was ever nearly in your price range. But this listing was everything you could ever ask for. You were thanking whoever was up there in the sky, or down there in the pits of heck, that you managed to apply basically minutes after the listing went live. Surely it's as shady as heck. No deposit, no required credit history. There aren't even any pictures, and as the cherry on top, you'll have to live with some random guy you have no information about. You were so eager to get it first, too, that you didn't even ask for a tour. If anything, you are almost entirely sure that this is probably some old shed, or even worse, a human trafficking trap. But you're already at the point where you don't even care. You feel like you'll go insane if you have to spend another night out on the streets. You shudder at the memories. Yeah, anything but that. You can swear your heart skips a beat as your phone lights up with a new notification on the home screen. It's an email from the housing website. Could it be? You impatiently unlock your phone, somehow managing to enter your password incorrectly twice before you do. You quickly locate the email app and anxiously start reading. Cute. Thank you for your application, Espoir. We appreciate you using our services and our smart algorithm has picked these 5 other apartments for you to look at. Ugh, are you kidding me? I just applied and already got an ad. Ugh. You silently curse the website, thinking that it would have been better if they paid for your rent instead of financing these ads that no one probably even looks at. Well, besides you. While busy with your grandiose brain-cursing session, you almost skip another notification that quickly floats into your phone screen. It's yet another email. I swear to God, if it's another ad... But it isn't. It's an email sent by whoever has posted that room listing. The first thing you note is its ridiculous length. It's short. Oh, it's not a great American novel. Too short. In fact, there are only 3 lines, 2 of them being Dear Espoir and Br. Hold on, I'm going to pronounce that correctly.
To the channel, how do you say it? Song.
Alright. Br. Seung-min Kim, the name of the original poster. The middle line just says, if you come to the apartment to sign the contract within 30 minutes, I'll give you the key. Now you're entirely sure that your heart is skipping at least 30 beats a minute. How am I still alive? You immediately spring from the seat, grabbing your backpack on the way, before your attention is caught by a sad small cup of unfinished coffee on the table. Aw. Squeezing your lips with rising guilt, you quickly grab and drink the cold remnants before putting it back down and storming out of the diner. Will this finally be the day that ends your homeless life for good? Or the day that ends your life? I just know this is going to end in tears. You find yourself in front of an apartment door, trying to catch your breath. You don't particularly know how, but you somehow manage to make it in time. Desperation will do that to you. However, now you aren't even sure that you're in front of the correct apartment in the first place. You were fully expecting some shady old building, but it turned out to just be some average apartment complex. Something you could probably never even dream of affording in your current state. You hesitate for a good minute before letting out an anxious sigh and pressing the doorbell button. You hear the ordinary buzz sound play on the other side of the door, and then, complete silence. That silence gets quickly interrupted, though, as you hear some faint footstep sounds behind the door. The door is open. You jolt as the sound of a man's voice comes from within the apartment, but almost instinctively push the door open. Still hesitant, you awkwardly step into the entrance. As you walk in, you almost immediately get taken aback by your surroundings. You've replayed so many made-up horror scenarios in your head on your way here that the sight of an ordinary-looking hallway suddenly seems scarier than anything you could have come up with. There's no one in sight, so you just default to a polite stance in front of the entrance door, not even daring to make a single step. Now that you're actually in the apartment, and now that you've confirmed that it looks more or less normal, your anxiety levels are going through the roof. This is too normal, something's wrong! You have to make a good impression. You won't have another chance like this. Espoir, I assume?
Oh, he's cute. Oh, he's so sleepy. Oh,
He's not the entire reason I wanted to play this game. You almost jump as a tall, slouched man suddenly appears in one of the doorways of the hallway you're in. He has bad posture, that's so hot. I'm exaggerating. You don't immediately realize that he is dressed in a suit because of how disheveled and scruffy he appears to be. Albeit, you're not in any position to judge. Hey, I was homeless. We probably look the same. Come on, hair. Work with me here. His eye bags almost seemed to merge with his dark eyes as he tiredly looked straight at you. If your eyesight was just a bit worse, you would have even thought he just had 2 big holes for eyes, given how pale his skin is otherwise. Aww. Dumbfounded, you stare back at him, thinking that this eye contact is going on for a bit too long for your taste. I mean, I could stare at him all day. Before you realize that it's your cue to respond. Yes, that's me. Wrong, my name is Ashley. How did you guess? That would indeed be me, sir. And aye, Captain. He seems like he cannot sanction my buffoonery right now. That would indeed be me, sir. The man raises his eyebrows in confusion. What's with all the formalities?
I'm just being silly.
Just Seung-min is fine. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be late for work if we don't hurry, so if you just follow me to the kitchen. The man then wastes no time as he promptly walks into the kitchen, and you are left with no choice but to follow him in. You step into the kitchen and, once again, get temporarily stunned by just how normal everything looks. Sure, you can tell that someone lives here by small stains and patches of dust here and there, but if you had to choose, you'd happily use this space to take some photos for online housing ads or something. Speaking of photos, you thank heavens for the millionth time today. If Seung-min had put up pictures of this apartment, it would have gotten snatched up before you could even apply. You don't know if that was just pure laziness or simple lack of time, but you couldn't feel more grateful to the man in front of you for leaving the listing so empty. Only I would pick up something so suspicious. But you shouldn't feel grateful just yet. You still haven't signed the contract. Now, if you just look through the papers and sign at the places I marked.
Huh?
The papers on the table. It's the contract. Wait, is that it? That can't be it, right? He won't even ask for any additional information? But if you're concerned about the rent, the payment is obviously up front, but we can go through that in the evening. If I stay any longer, I will probably get fired for being late. You're free to move your stuff and unpack, though. If you're not interested, that's fine too. But then I'd appreciate it if you...
No, I'll sign. I'm interested. Please don't let me go back on the streets.
Wow, you're an eager one, aren't you?
Right.
Clearly, this man is not all too concerned about who his new flatmate will be. If he was, he wouldn't have put up an empty listing and responded to a random application within minutes of receiving it. You can't even afford to care about his reasons at this point. It's a good apartment. The rent is something you can afford, and the only tenant doesn't look all too crazy. How does he know that I'm not crazy? You quickly grab the papers with slightly trembling hands as you read through them. After making sure that it really isn't some part of a human trafficking ring, you take the pen lying around on the table and find the marked spots Seung-min mentioned. Oh, neat. Putting in my whole government fake YouTube name. I did? Aw. I can't put my whole government fake YouTube name. Fine. Just Espoir, I guess. That's cute that it points out when you don't write what you put in. After you sign, you audibly breathe out before handing the papers to Seung-min. He quickly goes through them and then nods at you. Great. Your room is the one opposite of the bathroom. It's to the right of the kitchen. That should be it for now. Right. The man in front of you feels around his pockets for a brief second before putting his hand into one of them and taking something out. Here's the key. Just don't lose it.
Yippee! Item.
Item? Is there item management? Item management in my VN? Your hands seem to shake even more as Seung-min puts a simple metallic key into them. I won't.
That would be greatly appreciated. Anyways, we'll handle the payment later. I should get going.
Right.
Lock the door after me?
Ah, yes. Yes, of course, right.
Aw. You tried to shake off your stupor. You still can't believe that you're officially not homeless anymore. Still somewhat stupefied, you follow Seung-min back to the entrance where he proceeds to put his shoes on, shoes that look as scruffy as he is, and then stand straight in the front of the door. As straight as his slouched back allows him to, anyway.
Just make sure to lock it properly. And don't let strangers in.
I'm not a kid. I at least know this much. And I'm a millennial, so I'm scared to open the door anyway.
Right. Well, I will see you in the evening. I'd be happy to have you for dinner.
Why would you say that?
Now you listen here. The intro had severed arms and pots full of mysterious wet fluid. You can't just casually drop the line, "I'll have you for dinner." With that, Seung-min leaves through the entrance door, and you, wasting no time, shut it and lock it. Such a simple motion, yet it feels so foreign to you. While on different levels, you are now also a resident of this apartment. You own a key. You can lock the door. You can sleep in your own room. So simple, yet so foreign. You squeeze the key that's already made home in your palm and can't help but let a nervous smile curl your lips. Aww, I did it. I really did. Still overcome with a mix of relief and excitement, you locate your room that, just like Seung-min said, is opposite of the bathroom. Aww. You walk through a simple door into a bedroom that appears to be just as simple. You're surprised to find that it's actually fully furnished, bed and desk included. At this point, you wouldn't even mind sleeping on the floor, but seeing how the bed even has its own bed sheets, you almost tear up. If this is a dream, I will be so ticked. But it isn't. And you can hardly believe it. Well, I guess I might as well unpack. The only good thing about being homeless is that, besides the backpack always glued to your shoulders, you have no other things. You take it off and start going through your carefully packed stuff. Finally done with putting your things away, you turn towards your new bed and look down at it with rising temptation. No longer able to resist, you let yourself fall onto the fresh bed sheets. So soft. And all yours. You rub your face against the pillow with a smile. It feels like the luck you've accumulated throughout the year was all poured into this one day. Who knows, maybe in the future, you'll even be able to rent an apartment of your own. Everything seems possible now. It really does. I would say, my catchphrase of "there is always hope, but I have a strong feeling this is going to end badly." You don't notice how your eyelids start feeling heavier and heavier, and by the time you realized and open your eyes, a few minutes have already passed. Luckily, though, you don't have a shift today. Might as well take a nap. A really lucky day, huh? Left with no energy to even think, you let yourself fall into a deep slumber. Yeah, you deserve it. You've earned it. When you open your eyes again, it's already dark outside. Feeling strangely satisfied and refreshed, you stretch and slowly sit up. God, I haven't slept this good in a long time. Oh, merde! Right, Seung-min said that you'd sort out the rent payment in the evening. And he even offered to have dinner together. Free food. Crap, but this is not what's important right now. You feel a sense of anxiety build up in your throat as you check the time on your phone. 10:27 p.m. Ooh, crap. While you silently curse yourself for being so careless, you get off of the bed and start unconsciously walking back and forth. I mean, if he really cared, he would have woken me up, right? It's not like you locked the room or anything. Speaking of that, is he even home? You cautiously tiptoe towards the door and quietly put your ear against it, trying to see if you can catch any sounds. He's here. You can clearly make out some footstep sounds and moving noises coming from the outside of your room. Great. Wonderful. You're not getting kicked out just yet. Maybe the dinner offer is still on the table, too. Not wanting to wait any longer, you swing the door open and walk into the hallway. Surprisingly, the hallway looks really different when it's dark. It almost has this new feel to it. Very different from the plastic perfect filming set you've witnessed earlier. You don't spend much time mulling over your perception of the hallway, though, as your attention is caught by the light coming from the kitchen. The sounds are coming from there, too. It's not a big pot that he's cutting carrots into, is it? He doesn't have a book on his table entitled How to Cook Espoir. You don't have to be a Sherlock to deduce that Seung-min is there, so not wasting any time, you walk towards the light. Wait. What? This can't be. Is it not Seung... Oh! Oh. Oh. His shirt! He's queen of the kitchen! Is that a severed leg on your cutting board, or are you just happy to see me? Also, if you're gonna do it, you gotta be a little bit more neat about it. I mean, I see you got the plastic on the counter, but come on, it's dribbling off. You got it all over your face. It's all over your cute apron. Not even wearing gloves. That's unsanitary. What? The heck? Oh. Hey. This can't be that, right? I mean, maybe it's Halloween decorations. It's almost October and September right now. Come on, Espoir, you're not stupid. There has to be an explanation. That don't look like no Jell-O mold for Halloween. Right, that's... Early Halloween decorations, movie props, hyper-realistic cake. Yeah, let's go with hyper-realistic cake, because you know, those things where, oh, let's see if it's cake or not, and they're all cake, and I hate all of them. Is that hyper-realistic cake you're making? You know, like in those videos? Where everything is cake? Yeah, all of them are cake. I want to see those people cut open a real shoe. Those are all cakes, right? Espoir, deep down, you know those aren't cakes. No. These are real human body parts. Oh, come on, you were supposed to agree with me. Oh, sorry. This is just... Is this dinner? I am suddenly a vegetarian. Just right now, for the rest of this day. A weird-looking pig. Oh, okay. Meld. And you just started thinking you lucked out with this apartment. What is he? A serial murderer? A cannibal? A serial cannibal? No, wait, that's wrong. A cannibal cereal? Espoir, don't get distracted like you always do. If you're thinking about calling the police, I'd advise you against it. Of course you're calling the police. Next thing you'll know, it'll be your leg he has on that cutting board. Not my beautiful gams. You just got out of homelessness, and you're not about to die to some cannibal, serial murderer, in a pink apron now? That's a cute apron, though.
You do understand that if I get arrested, you will no longer be able to stay here, right?
Do you read thoughts too?
I don't.
How do you know I want to stay here anyways? Just so you know, Mr. Seung-min, I have a grandma I can stay with at any time.
No, you don't, Miss Espoir. And even if you do, you probably hate her enough to apply to a random suspicious listing and sign the contract all in the same day.
Why you gotta say my name all slow like that?
So you did it on purpose?
Well, something like that.
Don't you smile at that like me when you're all covered in blood?
But he's right. There's nowhere else you can go now, and your only choice would be to return to life on the streets. I can't do that anymore. I need the luxury of electricity and privacy and running water. It'd be silly to think police would help with your situation, too. Man, what the heck?
Are you going to eat it?
Yes. It's too much meat, though, so I'm just going to have to store it in... the fridge probably looks a mess then. So I'm just going to store it for the future. I don't get much tender meat often. It would be a pity if it went to waste.
This wasn't the dinner he was talking about, was it? What are you even supposed to do now?
Do you really have to tolerate a cannibal living literally in the same apartment as you? But life on the streets... The feeling of your skin being so dirty that no matter how hard you scrub it, nothing makes you feel clean. The long nights spent dumpster diving, going through pounds of discarded food just to be chased away by minimum wage employees that, in retrospect, are in no better situation than your own. You shudder at the memories. Haha, that's highly unrealistic. Because those employees would probably let you do it. We're all dead inside.
Listen.
Yes?
Meld. Whatever. Anything is better than going back there at this point.
If they catch you, don't involve me. And don't eat me.
Deal. It might take me a while, and as you can see, it's really messy, so let's talk about your payment tomorrow.
Right.
Well, you probably better go to sleep. Unless you want to watch.
No thanks.
Well, see you tomorrow then.
Yeah?
Good night, my new housemate. Don't forget that I know where you sleep.
And at that moment, Espoir feared for her life more than ever before. We literally live in the same apartment. Why wouldn't you?
Just thought I should remind you.
Right. I'm leaving now.
I'm going this way, and you're going to stay here.
Good night.
He's so cute, but gosh dang it. He's so cute, but he's covered in blood. I should make that the title of this video. You feel like you won't be able to sleep tonight. But surprisingly, you zonk out pretty quickly. Alright, what are we gonna do about this? The next few days, you are still overcome with a faint sense of panic, afraid that Seung-min will eat you, or, even worse, the police finds him and you will have to go back to the streets. That's even worse than being ate. But, contrary to your fears, nothing really happens. In fact, after handling the first rent payment, you don't even see him at all that much. Your shifts typically start in the early morning and end sometime during daytime or evening, depending on the day, so you thought you would at least catch him coming home. And yet, despite all that, you don't even ever see him leave the apartment. His shoes are already gone by the time you wake up. 3 weeks pass by without you noticing, and still you can count the amount of times you've crossed paths with Seung-min on your one hand.
Those few times that you did see him, you could feel his gaze linger on you. You're not sure what this is about, but even when he's not around, you can still feel his eyes lapping at your skin. Listen, Sung, I said don't eat me! Sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night to these sounds coming from the kitchen, which your imagination twists into the sickest imagery. But that aside, you really have nothing to complain about. You can't be more grateful to have a solid roof above your head and somewhere to return after work every day. Some form of steady housing really does change your life for the better. You don't even have to worry about where to sleep every single night, about not being able to shower when you want, about the chance of getting robbed if you're not careful enough, about having some privacy, and so on. You hate to admit it, but you really don't regret staying here even a bit. Not even a little bit? I mean, I'm sure you've got tons of peroxide around the house to clean up all the blood. You condemn what Seung-min does, but considering you're not really exposed to it anyway, even the constant dread of being butchered or kicked out if he's ever found out slowly leaves your mind. Surprisingly, even your funds start looking better now that you're able to take more hours and leech off Seung-min's Wi-Fi. Heck, you even start considering getting a second job. Everything seems almost too good to be true. And then you find the book that says how to cook Espoir in his bedroom. What the? A loud sound coming from somewhere within the apartment suddenly pulls you out of your deep slumber. Did something fall? Or even worse, someone? An image of Seung-min dragging a new corpse into the apartment suddenly pops into your head. But what if something happened? You spend a couple of minutes sleepily contemplating if you'd rather this sound be a corpse about to be devoured by your landlord, or the very same landlord collapsing on the floor. Whatever. If it's a corpse, I'll just pretend it's hyper-realistic cake. Yeah, cake. As you step into the hallway, you quickly realize you weren't worried for no reason. Your housemate is on the floor, looking as if he had collapsed a few minutes prior, and you guess that's probably what happened, too. Oh no, my cannibal baby! You waste no time and quickly walk up to him. Hey. Hello? Hey! No need to yell. Finally. Good morning, USA. What happened? You okay? I wanted to shower, but I'm too tired. Oh, is he hungies? Is the cannibal hungies? Oh no, the cannibal is hungies. And hungry. Now that he mentions it, you do realize that the man in front of you smells. Am I gonna have to baby mom you? Am I gonna have to pick you up somehow and give you a bath and cook you some oatmeal? Badly. Ugh. Awfully. Oh dear. You might even say abhorrently. And they were homeless, so they know. Your thesaurus session of listing synonyms for the word bad gets interrupted by Seung-min lightly groaning as he attempts to stand up. Geez, what time even is it? Definitely past 12 a.m. at this point. And he just came from work? As just another wage slave, you can't help but feel bad for him. Sure, he might be living in this nice apartment, and you would lie if you said that you didn't feel a twinge of jealousy, but what even is the point of having it if you just come here to sleep? And chop up bodies. This newfound sense of camaraderie fills you with enough sympathy to want to help the man in front of you. All right, come on. I'll give you a hand. Huh? You know, a hand. Just don't bite it, okay? I know you're hungry and all, but I am not food. I remember that.
You stretch your hand towards collapsed Seung-min as he dumbfoundedly looks back at you. Finally, he grabs it with his and heavily gets up.
Aw, he looks even worse than before. Aw, poor cannibal baby.
There we go. Okay, you go shower now and I'll make something for you in the meantime.
What? Are you sure?
Yes, I am. For once.
But
You seriously better go before you stink up the place or I change my mind.
Listen, stinky cannibal. You get in that there tub.
all right. Okay.
Before you can say anything else, Seung-min promptly disappears behind the bathroom door. Well, that's that. Time to cook now, I suppose. For a second, you wonder if you should put Seung-min's Queen of the Kitchen apron on, but quickly decide against it. That thing has probably seen more blood than your blood vessels have in your entire life. You immediately start checking the drawers and cupboards in search for ingredients. You and Seung-min haven't really divided the kitchen space, but since you don't have a lot of things anyway, you took the liberty of picking an empty one and stored all of your things in there. As you go through the cupboards, you quickly realize that, apart from condiments and instant ramen, there's nothing of nutritional value. In fact, most cupboards designated for food are just filled to the brim with nothing but cup ramen.
Listen, you. I love ramen just as the next weeaboo, but you can't be eating that all the time. It's really bad for you. Seriously. Who do you think you are, the little girl from Kokori-san? Name-dropping an anime that nobody probably has watched.
You already felt bad for him before that, but now you feel really bad. You feel so bad, in fact, that you check your own cupboard to see if you could make anything with your stuff instead. Unfortunately, it happens to be the day when you ran out of almost everything, and besides a sad handful of oatmeal staring back at you from the bottom of a jar, there's nothing you could turn into a sustainable meal.
You mean we don't have eggs? We don't have pancake mix?
Defeated, you return to the cup ramen horde raining on the shelves. Cup ramen it is, I guess. You pick a random pork-flavored package and start cooking.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Turn the water, open the thing, put in the stuff, do the water, put on the lid, put the lid on. You got an item! Yay! All done, I suppose. You try to squeeze out a smile as a sign of pride in your work, but no amount of grinning can make this sad excuse for a meal any better.
It's fine, I guess.
All of a sudden, an idea pops into your head. An idea that's so foreign to your morals that you wonder if you started going insane cooking that cup ramen. What are you thinking, me? I mean, he's a cannibal, so what if you made some human meat for him to go together with the ramen? Oh, you don't even have to look in the freezer to know that he has containers full of human meat down there. If anything, you're grateful that he at least doesn't store it in the fridge. In fact, he doesn't store anything in the fridge at all. His side is always empty, and yours just has some occasional milk and eggs here and there.
Hey, you could do a lot of damage with milk and eggs.
Don't tell me he's just been surviving off instant ramen and human meat? Aww. Well, it's not really
it would probably be easier to get some, beef or some pork from the store or something than tracking down an entire human for their meat. Not to mention, there's so many parts of a human that you probably shouldn't eat. Because I learned from one of my husbands that if you eat the human brain, you'll get a disease similar to that of mad cow. He's a very trustworthy source.
Well, It's not really time to contemplate about Seung-min's dietary choices at the moment. He'll probably be out of the shower soon. You have to decide.
What?
No. Not in this playthrough, at least. No, I mean, I don't even know how to cook it properly. It's you gotta handle it a certain way, I assume. No, cup ramen should be enough, and your morals aren't that low yet. You set everything on the bar table and patiently wait for Seung-min. It doesn't take that long for him to finally appear in the kitchen doorway, his hair wet from showering. Oh no. Hey. Cute. Shirt? Shirt. Now we don't have time to unpack all this. Where did you get that shirt? The shirt says, "Yes, I am pregnant. No, you can't touch my belly." What the? What is this t-shirt choice? Seung-min? Yes? Are you pregnant? No. Have you ever been pregnant? No. Have you ever impregnated anyone? No, I haven't. What's with these questions? His next line will probably be, are you offering? Never mind. No, go ahead, go into it. Anyways, something smells really good. Ah, yes, I made some cup ramen. Without human meat. I was gonna say, I couldn't really find anything else, but why did you interrupt me, Seung-min? No, I'm not talking about that. Huh? Instead of answering, Seung-min takes a step towards you. Instinctively, you take a step back. Hey, don't start ominously walking towards me without saying anything now. Oh, sorry. All of a sudden, he pushes you down. No! Oh dear, oh no. Oh no, oh dear. This isn't exactly where I wanted to be as soon as I saw you. I want to say I love this angle, but that shirt is ridiculous. Is that better? No, it's times worse now. Well, nothing we can do about it now. There's a lot we could... Is that my stomach or your stomach? He wasn't talking about this when he said something smells good, was he? Seung-min? Yes? What did you say smelled good? You. Oh no! He's drooling! You smell delicious right now, Espoir. Well, I mean, I did just take an oatmeal bath from my eczema. Why, thank you. I've been using this new body spray and... Wait, no! You're not going to eat me, are you? Sorry, Espoir. That's just how it is. No, even though I'm quite juicy. But we made a deal. Ah, yes. I guess I'm terminating our agreement then. Oh! That's it. You're getting kicked in your not pregnant stomach. You can't just do that. But I'm already doing it. Fair enough. But hey, wouldn't that be bad for your serial killer, cannibal, serial murderer reputation? I have no reputation. I literally kill and eat people. Oh, come on. There's gotta be something. There's the save button.
Come on, Espoir. Think.
I swear I won't tell anyone. I haven't showered in 5 days. I'm also a cannibal. There's a lot of human meat in the freezer, or I'm not human. Yeah, realistically, there's human meat in the freezer. You know, maybe this wouldn't have happened if I would have cooked the meat for him. Oh well.
There's a lot of human meat in the freezer. You don't have to eat me.
Oh, I know. But how can I resist this sweet, fresh fragrance of your insides calling for me?
Meld, is there really no getting out of this? Come on, Seung-min.
Sorry, Espoir. You were a good housemate. But hey, I'm sure there are plenty of other people in need of cheap housing.
I mean, you're right, but that doesn't sound exactly comforting right now.
Don't worry, Espoir. I'll make sure to use every part of you.
But that's not the point! Ah!
Dang it! Before you can continue, you feel sharp teeth on your throat, and the next thing you know, awful pain waves overwhelm you. You attempt to scream, but can't. Seung-min has probably already managed to tear out your vocal cords. Not my vocal cords. Your world slowly falls into darkness as you enter a state of pain and shock. Is this what you get as thanks for making cup ramen? Aww. You got an ending. My cooked housemate. You became a stew. Oh, all right. I went from being espoir du vide to being espoir du ragout. Cute. I swear I won't tell anyone?
Just please, don't eat me.
But you already weren't telling anyone.
Yeah, I figured. Meld, is there really no getting out of this?
Dang it! I haven't showered in 5 days!
I haven't showered in 5 days, so I'm probably hecka stinky right now. You wouldn't want to eat someone like me.
You actually smell really good right now.
Oh no, I've been fermenting in my own juices.
But thanks for the heads up. I'll wash your body more thoroughly when I'll be cooking you.
Meld. Meld! I'm also a cannibal? I'm actually also a cannibal.
Oh? You should have said so earlier. I'd have shared the meat with you.
Phew. He should let you go now, right?
But thanks for telling me. I'll feel less guilty eating you now.
Meld!
This is probably the most I've said meld in a video. Does saying I'm not human do anything? I don't think it does.
I'm actually not human.
I am actually a dimension-hopping traveler in search of fictional husbands from different worlds. I don't think he's buying it. Huh?
I'm...
Oh, come on. An animal in a human suit. An alien, or your double. Well, when I said that, I was thinking that I'm an alien. I'm an alien!
That's right. I'm an alien.
Boo, I'm not from this planet. Maybe if I can make him laugh hard enough, he won't eat me. I guess I'll be the first one to learn what an alien tastes like then.
Oh no, he's into it!
I'm an animal in a human suit. That's really far-fetched to me. I would go back to the alien bit.
Like a furry, but reversed.
A reverse furry? Ooh.
You know, furry.
Well, I guess we'll see what you are once I skin you.
Alright, I'm your double.
What? That's even worse than... That's even worse than the human in a or the fursuit in a human. But I'm a human, though.
Well, I'm your double from a parallel universe. A very non-human double.
I mean, I guess eating myself would be a weird experience.
Yes. Don't get your hopes up, me.
But you won't know unless you try, right?
No.
Besides, I didn't know I smelled so good.
Dang it. Well, I suppose we're gonna have to cook the human meat, 'cause every other thing ends up with me getting turned into a stew. Well, he is a cannibal. It would only be natural to cook some human meat for him, right? You swallow as you open the freezer, cold air pouring out of it as if it's some sort of evil premonition. It's just chicken or pork or fish. Oh, that's me convincing myself, like, it's just chicken or pork or fish. You try to convince yourself that what you will be cooking is anything but human meat as you reach for one of the freezer compartments. When you finally find enough courage to open it, it surprisingly turns out to be nearly empty. There's only just one lonely container lying at the bottom. Honestly, it's not anything like you expected it to be. No gouged out eyes, no jars with human teeth, nothing grotesque, just one small container. For some reason, just the sight of it calms you down enough for you to simply pick the little plastic box up and shut the freezer without a second thought. You then absent-mindedly take out a pan and start the typical process of frying meat. Heat the pan up, pour some oil, get some seasonal in there, put in some MSG. By the time you're supposed to put the meat on the pan, you've relaxed enough that you can easily do it. Thankfully, Seung-min has already pre-cut it into thin slices. Oh, that's nice, leaving you with the easy part of the job. After a couple minutes of spacing out in front of the stove, a familiar smell brings you back to reality. Pork. It smells just like pork. So I've heard. Did you really manage to convince yourself that it's pork, after all? What in the...
Hey.
That shirt. What is this t-shirt choice? Where did you get that t-shirt? But I don't think I'm prepared for the answer.
Something smells really good.
Ah, yes. I couldn't find anything, so I made some cup ramen. And I'm frying some human meat. Seung-min raises an eyebrow for a second before he takes a step towards you. Hey. 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 He gets so close that you can practically feel his breath on your face. Instinctively, you take a step back. Hey! Is he not happy?
You're burning it.
Oh. Alright. Oh, wait, you're right.
Can you fetch my glasses from the bathroom, please? I'll take over the cooking.
Ah, yes, sure.
Appreciate it.
You can have all that, friend. You quickly make your way to the hallway. In a way, it almost feels like a dream. Or a nightmare. Regardless, you're just happy that you're not the one frying in that pan. Sighing, you step into the bathroom. Why did the music stop? Oh, okay. What? Searching? What are we searching for? Tooth? Oh, his glasses. Oh, neat, you can move it. Why are there teeth in here? Cute. Homie, why would you put your glasses in this? Hold on. I don't know what it is, but I am compelled to do something with these. Can't. Okay, that's nothing. Alright. Got an item! Yay! Why would you put your glasses in that? They're gonna get all scuffed up.
When you successfully get Seung-min's glasses and return to the kitchen, you find him already sitting at the bar table, the food ready in front of him. You hand Seung-min the glasses, his cold, bony fingers brushing against yours as he takes them.
Ah, thank you.
The man gratefully nods, and you, a bit hesitantly, grab a stool and sit on the opposite side of him.
Still cute, though. What is it about sleepy, disheveled guys that me and most of the people watching seem to really like? What's up with that?
You assume that Seung-min will start talking first, but unsurprisingly he continues eating, completely ignoring your presence.
It's 'cause he's hungies.
Seems like you'll have to be the one to start the conversation.
What does it taste like? Why do you need a housemate? Why do you eat people, and why did you collapse earlier? Why do you need a housemate?
Hey, Seung-min. Why do you need a housemate?
He's not preserving you so he can eat you later, is he? I wouldn't put that past him.
Money.
Oh.
It's getting expensive to live in general, and I'm still paying off my mortgage for the apartment. And that room you're in was empty and not getting any usage anyways.
Seems that even cannibals have human worries like this, huh? You spend the next few moments in silence as Seung-min finishes his food and you, absorbed in your own little world, stare out the window at the city drowning in darkness. The whole situation almost seems funny to you. Just a few weeks ago, you had nowhere to go and had to look for a place to spend the night at every single day. But now you're here, sitting in this clean, cozy kitchen, with a cannibal, eating human meat by your side. Also note that it's meat that you cooked for him. Yeah, exactly. Human meat that you have prepared for him. Nevertheless, you can't help but admit that you much rather prefer this bloodthirsty cannibal's company to your homeless life. What a cursed world we live in, huh?
Oh, I could go on for hours about the homelessness crisis and the government and all that stuff, but I'm not going to do that because that's not what my channel is about.
Hey, Espoir. Thanks for the meal.
Yes, of course.
You know, it's been a long time since someone made me a meal, instead of me making a meal out of them.
Is that his attempt at humor?
Well, I will probably head to bed after doing the dishes, while there's still time to sleep. You should probably do the same, though. Sorry for waking you up.
How did you...
You already have that puffy morning face.
Well, at least he's honest. But he is also right. You almost started falling back asleep while sitting with him there. And you'd rather upkeep your sleeping schedule if you want to get a second job.
That wasn't an insult, by the way. It's kind of cute, really.
You should probably get out of here before he asks for seconds. Well, I'll leave you to it then. Good night, Seung-min.
Good night, Espoir. Sweet dreams.
Oh, I don't know how to feel about this. Now you hold on, you're not getting off that easily. I'm still curious about these other questions. What does it taste like to you? Not that I will ever know.
So, what does it taste like?
It's good.
No, that's not what I meant. The human meat. What does it taste like?
I can share.
No, thank you. No, thanks. I just wanted to know.
Well, I guess it's very similar to pork.
Ah, right. I thought it smelled like pork earlier.
Well, it's a bit richer in taste, though, depending on a human.
I know, humans, they got such bad diets. Why would you put that in your body? Humans are disgusting.
Did he really have to remind you that you're talking about human meat? Though it's really your fault for asking. I wanted to know. why do you eat people? And he's probably gonna say, oh, it's good, I guess.
Seung-min, why do you eat, people?
I don't know. It's always been this way.
What kind of answer even is that? If you don't know, can't you just eat normal meat?
Well, all meat is just meat. But no, I can't.
Why not?
As I said, I don't know. It's just a need.
Ah, so you're like a vampire. A zombie?
What does he say if I call him a vampire?
You're like a vampire. They need blood and all, and you need human meat.
I'm not immortal, though, and I don't really get anything from it, so I'd say no.
You sure look like one, though. I know, right?
What's that?
Nothing.
Why did you collapse earlier?
Hey, why did you collapse like that earlier?
He raises his eyebrow at you, as if you had just asked a very obvious question you already knew the answer to.
He's sleep-deprived, he's hungies, and he is a salaryman.
And you do. Well, I was hungry. And tired.
Ah, right. It seems like your workplace has been really overworking you, huh?
What workplace doesn't nowadays?
Fair enough. But still, maybe you should change companies. I feel like one day this amount of overworking will put you in your grave.
And then you'll be someone else's meal, the worms. You know what? Maybe you do have a point.
Really?
I've stayed at this company for a tad too long. They'll probably start getting suspicious about their higher-ups and clients disappearing soon.
Oh, they're what?
It's decided then. Tomorrow, I'll start sending my application to new companies. Thanks, Espoir.
Yes. You're welcome. Oh dear. You want to bring his earlier comment up, but his face looks so full of newfound determination that you realize it's already too late. With that, you go back to your room and quickly find yourself falling asleep in the warm embrace of your bed. Huh. Okay.